Please welcome the athletes to the field of play for the recurve men gold medal match.
Here we go, time for gold in Shanghai. It's the recurve men's individual final. Let's go straight to the shooting line to welcome the last two archers to compete here in Shanghai in 2023.
On number 1, representing the Republic of Korea,
1号靶来自韩国
Jin Hyek. On target number 2, representing Brazil,
2号靶来自巴西
Marcus Dalmeida. The line judge for this matchup is
起射线裁判
Hossein Nasirinejad. Well, a storied rivalry between O and Dalmeida that goes all the way back to Belek 2013 at the World Championships, the round of 116, won by O. Dalmeida managing to defeat O in Paris 2022.
Well, we're here, there's a bit of needle between these two. Jin Hyek from Korea taking on the world number 1, Marcus Dalmeida from Brazil. Quick question, Chef. Can Dalmeida prevent an all-Korean sweep here on Recurve Sunday in Shanghai?
Well, if anyone, it has to be the world number 1 to do it.
It will be the Brazilian to get this gold medal match underway.
10.
10
And he's just continuing his streak of 10s from the last match. So essentially this is his 9th 10 in a row.
10.
Matched by O. Another reset from O. We've seen that at least once before here.
9.
9
10. Perfect score.
30环满环
He is on a mission, isn't he?
On a mission indeed, but a 29 from O suggests that he's certainly in the running for this one, but Dalmeida, what a start.
Yeah, he's just, like I said, he's continuing his streak of 10s from the previous match where he ended his match with 8 10s in a row. So with his last 11 arrows on his finals venue, he's just shot 110 points.
第一局比赛中来自巴西
And
的
acting
马
like
夫
it's
就打
nothing.
出了30环满环的成绩
Oh, and Marcus Dalmeida won his gold medal in Paris at the World Cup individual event last year in 2022. In the Final Four, his semi-final matchup, he did.
So before today, or earlier today, I said that the Korean women have like the nicest technique on the field, pretty much. O is maybe not the best example for a beginning archer to copy, because he has a very peculiar way to draw back his bow, where he first raises it up in the air and then kind of finds his finger setting and then pulls his bow. And then there's a lot of movement. He's not hitting his nose with a string, but this is all like, he's been doing this for so long that this is just his technique.
Yeah, Dalmeida's got a very smooth, steady, but always moving draw.
Yeah, and ironically, that's something that Marcus picked up while training in Korea. So he did some extensive training camps in Korea with a Korean coach, and yeah, he got a lot of worth out of that, I would say. Although if you compare his shooting now with his shooting in 2013, 2014, when he was still, well, a kid, let's be honest, it's not too dissimilar. It's just the little bit of roughness has been polished out of his technique by training in Korea and just, you know, maturing.
9.
It's a chance for a 4-0 lead here, but there's been 2 9s from Marcus D'Almeida after a spate of 10s.
10.
And he gets the 10 he needs to steal the points, and you said he was on a mission.
Well, that
He
third and
really
final
is.
arrow,
When the
Marcus
pressure was on
D'Almeida
then
carrying a
to
little bit
potentially
more weight than usual,
giving
knowing
away
that
the
10
lead,
would put him in a
needing a
prominent
10
and
for
dominant position.
extending
4
his lead,
set
gets the
points
10.
to none.
Yeah,
With a
and
possible out in set number
the
3,
4-0 set point
perhaps
difference doesn't really reflect how close this match is, because both sets that they shot were only 1 point difference. So it's not like he's just crushing O right now, but it does look like it when you look at the set scores. So Marcus looks in a real good position now to break the Korean clean sweep cycle that we've been seeing this whole weekend.
Yeah, for those of you that perhaps weren't with us earlier on, Korea making their first appearance on the Hyundai Archery World Cup Series at stage 2, missing out in Antalya because of domestic trials. And certainly Recurve Sunday here in Shanghai has been very, very good for them.
Nine.
So 9 for O at the start of the third. Must get himself on the scoreboard here.
9.
So he could keep doing this, just matching O's score and still walk away with the match, because if he ties a set twice, then he gets a 6-2. I'm sure that he would like to just right out win the set, and
yeah, I'm sure he would, and maybe he would prefer the 10 to come in this arrow rather than the last one.
9.
He goes high as well, so 18 now. To confirm, oh, he's having a little chat with his coach, just trying to find out what he needs. If he gets a 10, he's definitely staying in the match and pushing it into another set.
10.
it's called a 10, but I would like the judge to have a little look at that, because with the shade it looks like a 10, but you never know.
Well, could become even more important that one is checked, because 27 for D'Almeida means that as things currently stand, provisionally O has nicked the points in the third set. It'll be 4-2 down still. But if they do mark that down as a 9, then as Chef said, it will be a point each.
Now leads 4 set points to 2.
It is marked up as a 10, but it was close enough for the judge to get his magnifying glasses out, and that's what I was kind of implying. It wasn't so clear that it was a 10 that he could just see it from a distance, I think.
This is the arrow. So there, I mean, it does, if you just look at it closely, it does look like it's on the line, so, but it is that thing about where the light is, where the shadow is. Often it can look like a 10, and it's not. Sometimes it looks clearly outside the 10, and it is.
And again, this is a very close match. They have only had 1 point differences in set score so far.
O on the scoreboard in this match now, trailing D'Almeida 2 set points to 4. We'll want more of the same in this fourth set.
9.
What's interesting as well to note about O's technique is that he kind of has to settle down before he can shoot a shot.
8.
So he pulls his bow back as Marcus shoots a very costly 8 maybe. You'll see that O pulls his bow back, and then there's a lot of movement, and he won't shoot his arrow before that movement has kind of died away.
10.
So that movement in the beginning of his, like during his anchor, it kind of like freaked me out when I saw it first. But then I saw that he just does that every time, and he just waits for it to settle, and then he shoots it. So another thing that is different from, for instance, his female teammates.
9.
9 is enough to put this one out of reach, and from 4-0 down, Jin Hyek from Korea has leveled things up a 26 for Dalmeida, his lowest score so far, but 4 apiece. And what a comeback from O and his unique technique.
Yeah, I think the difference in this match and the semifinals that we've seen is that Marcus was growing into his semifinal and getting better and better, and now he started off with 30 and is slowly declining in score. So I wonder if he's feeling the pressure of going to the World Cup final, punching his ticket to Mexico later this year.
Yeah, it certainly would appear that way. And there was unusually an audible yelp of frustration from Dalmeida when he released that arrow. He knew that wasn't right.
Yeah, and I think most archers that get to this stage of shooting will have the knowledge and the presence of mind to know when an arrow is not going to go in the middle. But an audible yelp is pretty rare.
Yeah, you don't hear it often at all. So yeah, definite confirmation, I think, of what you're suggesting, that pressure of qualification for Hermosillo, the final this year back in Mexico, is starting to show. He's trying to stay very calm, trying to not show too much emotion. And O's just having a little kip.
Yeah, it looked like he was just taking a nap there, yeah. But I'm sure he must be feeling some kind of pressure as well, because it's been some time since he was at the World Cup final.
Well, and he's got a bit of pressure on him as well, because so far it's been an all golden day for Korea. Dalmeida went 4-0 up, starts the 5th and final regulation set with a 9. That is a door open for Dalmeida.
It's called a 10, but again, I would say the judge might have a look at that first.
The score, I think, is the same because he's marked it as a 9 for a measure. Could be very important, that measure.
9.
Needs to be in the 10, really.
So now the measure is all the more important.
Well,
if O gets a 10 here, there might
10,
be
yeah,
a shoot-off.
What's a 9 for a 26? So the measure now not so important. It is going to be a 6-4 win for Marcus Dalmeida in a very, very cool contest. Dalmeida going 4-0 up against Jin Hyek. The Brazilian then was pegged back to 4 apiece before giving an opportunity in the 5th and final regulation set with an 8 from O. He's turned it and converted it over the line.
Shanghai with a a gold medal to his name. Marcus Dalmeida on the highest step
And as
of the
it turns
podium.
out, the target judge has marked up that 9 from Dalmeida and confirmation that he has taken the 2nd stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup with gold here in Shanghai.